Recently, Jordan Peterson came after some people on the right, going crazy, calling them rats. And Mikhaila Peterson, his daughter, came out and said that these people need to be censored. Now, Mikhaila Peterson released a video about this situation, doing damage control because of the massive backlash that she's having. Let's watch.
And said a few things. So first there was this one. And then when I
All right, guys, let's go through and read this. This person right here, Anastasia Maria Lupis, she's a doctor, and she said Jewish contributions. Who owns OnlyFans? And she goes through the list of people who own corn websites, and all of them were Jewish, which was very interesting that the biggest websites are Jewish. And that's a interesting thing, okay? That's not, Nazi rhetoric. And Mikhaila says, I cannot believe that I'm seeing Nazis in my lifetime that didn't grow up in a cave. She's an MD spewing cherry-picked data while completely ignoring facts like almost 30% of Nobel Peace Prize winners are Jews. Maybe there does need to be some more content moderation at Elon Musk. I don't understand how you could say that this is a Nazi post. That's just straight up leftist tactics. Like, this is what Democrats do. Everybody and their mother is a Nazi. If you can't point out facts like this without being called a Nazi, isn't that strange? Isn't that weird? Doesn't that say something?
I started getting attacked online for the first post, which I thought was obviously anti-Semitic, and anybody would think so, but like wham, thousands of negative comments. I tweeted out this.
All right. Yes, I think the Nazis on X equating Jews with rats and using hashtags like Phil should have more content moderation and censorship. No, I'm not retracting that statement, she says. Yeah. That's what she says. I'm sorry. Did she put out that tweet? Did Anastasia Maria Lopez say that? Did she say filth? Did she say rats? No, she didn't. She didn't, actually. She pointed out a fact. You didn't like that fact. You thought that was blatantly anti-Semitic. How? Just a fact. And then you went on and you changed the goalpost and you moved it into about rats and filth, which is not what we were talking about here. Interesting how you're changing the topic, right?
Which I ended up deleting because it wasn't worded properly, honestly. So let me clarify.
I love this. No, I'm not retracting that statement. I will not retract this statement, which I ended up deleting because I didn't word properly. Oh, you were operating out of emotion and being psychotic on the internet? Really? Why don't say that then, sweetheart?
Shouldn't have used the word censor. I should have been more careful with that word because it's not exactly what I meant. It's hard to believe that if I'm not over the top clear in my communication randomly on X, it matters enough that it can go viral. That's still weird for me. Dad obviously has the same problem. Most of my tweets don't go viral. What I meant was, if I don't follow Nazis on X, I don't want their posts all over my feed, and the algorithm shouldn't be pushing these posts. Not that they shouldn't have the freedom to post it. I meant censor as in don't artificially push their posts, not disallow users from posting whatever they want.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. She's trying to pull one over on you guys right now, okay? She's trying to pull one over on you guys because part of social media is seeing things that you don't like. Like, for instance, this blonde bimbo right here. I don't follow her. I don't engage with her. I don't do anything. Guess what? I had to see her stupid ass takes on X too. So why am I getting recommended her shit? Why isn't her shit not, being cut down? It only has to be this side that we label mean things because they don't agree with us, so we call them mean things and they need to not have reach. They do this on X, by the way. They do limit your reach. Many creators struggle with reach. But they have something that's even worse, which is like visibility. Like, this is hateful, so they cut off visibility, meaning people can't even like it. That's what she wants, by the way. She kind of makes it seem like, oh, less people can see my stuff. I don't want to see stuff, or less people I have to see. I don't follow these people. I don't engage with these people. Yes, you do, obviously. You've been engaging with these people for the last 4 days straight now. Clearly, you see a post like this, you stop and you read it, and you get all frizzle-frazzle in your emotions and get all pissed off. And the app knows this. So, oh, censorship. No, they shouldn't be censored, but they shouldn't have any reach. People shouldn't be seeing it. Okay. Same thing. It's the same thing. You actually worded that the exact same.
So I should have said, I don't want Nazi posts pushed by the algorithm, not censor Nazis. There's a difference between freedom of speech and freedom of reach. So yes.
Oh my gosh. She just used like the Zuckerberg saying, freedom of reach, freedom of speech. Really? Really?
That tweet didn't reflect my views as perfectly as it should have. I was honestly quite irritated by all the Nazis responding to my original post and not paying attention as much as I should have. Anyway, Nick Fuentes, I don't know because I don't care, a well-known anti-Semitic boy, went after me along with his thousands of anti-Semitic followers because I said that people who use the hashtag filth or rats when referring to an entire nation of people should be censored. Like I said, this was after I got attacked for retweeting a medical doctor who had the original anti-Semitic post.
That's why they went after you. That's why they went after you right here. This right here is why you got in the crossfires right here, is because you read facts like this. They don't say rats. They don't say filth. Nothing like that. This. And then you take that and you freak out and you dramatize it. And you can't just read this and go, interesting. That's weird. I don't like that. That sucks. That's gross. We should change that. You don't think that. You start thinking about how this somehow equates to like rats and filth. I don't get it. And then you can't read simple facts like this and just go, wow, that's interesting. Wow, that's a problem. You read this and then you immediately go on the defensive and you end up defending the people who are destroying our society with websites that hurt the family and that hurt men and hurt marriages, hurt people's relationships with God, hurt people's souls. Keep in mind, that's what she's defending right now. That's who she's defending. It wasn't like your plumber Jew down the street was being attacked. We're talking about these guys. In my last video, I said like a Jewish plumber, and everybody in the comments was laughing about that. Yeah, whatever. I thought that was funny too when I rewatched it.
Retweeting it in a negative way. Again, I meant these people's content shouldn't be pushed by the algorithm. I shouldn't have said censored. And Nick Fuentes responds with, your dad called me a rat. And I would like to clarify, I think calling individuals rats or whatever is fine, particularly if they are rat-like.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Calling individuals rats is cool. That's fine, especially if you guys are rats. All right. This is how our political and our justice system should work, okay? Whatever this Canadian blonde bimbo says is a rat or rat-like, that's okay, and that's morally acceptable. But only if she agrees that you're a rat. If you're not a rat, then that's mean, and you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't say that. Okay. This is stupid shit right here.
I think it's different when you're referring to an entire nation of people as rats that have...
Once again, didn't do that. Didn't freaking do that. What the hell are you talking about?
Been subject to, say, Hitler less than 100 years ago, when the Nazis of the 1930s also referred to those people as rats as a tactic to breed disgust. So yeah, I think referring to Jews as rats is completely different than referring to Nick Fuentes as a rat. And if you can't understand...
Oh, look at this was the tweet that she put up on Isabella's account. Yeah. Notice how she doesn't have Nick saying that anywhere?
I can't help. Social media really allows views to propagate unnaturally. If some of these anti-Semitic tweets were spoken in an ordinary public setting, the individual would be being punched. But then these views grow and their followers go out into public thinking everyone agrees with that view. I don't think freedom of speech is the same thing as being pushed by an algorithm.
Okay. Here's something I want to get to, and then I'm done with this because I can't listen to this stupid person talk any longer. If your dad grew up in America, not Canada, where everybody's nice and great and everything like that, or whatever. If your dad grew up in America and he called somebody a psychopathic rat to their face, he would get punched in the face, by the way. So you trying to have this moral high ground and defending your dad and doing all of this shit and everything like that, try and act like you're superior, you know, your way is right. It's okay to call people rats if they're rats. What? Please stop. Please stop. This girl has a child, single mother. She has a child, and she wants to tell everybody about what is okay and what's acceptable and what's not. And from what I've seen on the internet, this is who she decided to have a child with. Look at this. Look at this. I'll pull this real quick. And her father, the father to her child, this is so freaking crazy. Okay. Mikhaila Peterson had a baby with a pro-Stalin swordsman who believes he has a demon named Igor living inside of him. And this is what we have right here. Okay. I can. When Andre and I met, we argued about Stalin all night. I think he's been brainwashed. He disagrees and accuses me of the same. He told me he had to immigrate after the wall fell and his family had to start again in Canada. He told me he'd been shot at as a kid. He has black belts. He practices sword work. He scared me. He told me he had a demon in him named Igor. It didn't seem like a joke. He wasn't like anyone I'd met, and I didn't know what to make of it. I got pregnant. This is so funny. So here's what happens, okay? I love how this is written too. Yeah, he got shot at as a kid, and he told me that he was demon possessed and he loved Stalin, and then I got pregnant. Okay. Explain to me how a man tells you, this moral woman who gets to decide what's rat-like and what's not, he tells you that he has a demon inside of him, and you think, wow, I want to have kids with you. This is who people are taking their advice from. This is who people are siding with. Not a lot of people, but people are siding with this girl. And look at this. Get back on X, we see breaking after declaring she wouldn't retract her statement calling for censorship. She has retracted her statement calling for more censorship. Did she change her mind, or was it the brutal ratios delivered on the tweet by Nick, Keith, and Gentile Newsnet? And it shows that the post was deleted, retracted by the author here. Mikhaila, she deleted it. Just getting brutally ratioed. This ratio, 28,000 likes, and she deleted that. So you can't even see how bad the ratio was. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.